Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the middle of January 2021. We're going to just jump right in here and we're going to see what is going on for you here, Cancer. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising as well to get a full picture of what's going on for you for the rest of this month. But I said the same thing to Pisces. I'm going to say it to all signs. I was meditating, I always meditate before I do these readings, and I was meditating and I felt like there was some sort of major change in the energy. So I do feel like every once in a while, I feel like the monthly readings can shift and change, obviously, because time is fluid, energy is able to shift and change, and it's like something is changing. So I feel like the rest of this month is going to be a little bit different than whatever I said in your January reading. So there is some sort of shift going on here. You start off with this voyage card, and some of you could be kind of going on a journey. It even shows up here. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can represent kind of like movement, moving, traveling. You even have the Six of Swords, the Two of Wands. These are all cards of like travel. Again, you might not be literally traveling. Tarot is sometimes like figurative as well. Tarot can say that you're going on an adventure, but maybe the adventure is that you're just learning something new from home. So again, some of you, I feel like you're just kind of learning something new. You have the Four of Cups, the Sun, and the Hermit card here. This is like a ghosting situation here, is what I would say to you here, Cancer. It's like some of you could just not be, or I don't even think this necessarily has to be a ghosting situation. I feel like this could be a situation where it's like you're just not getting the type of love you desire from a person with that Four of Cups. The Sun says that you think or you once had happiness with a person, but the Hermit card to me is, again, I feel like someone withdrew in a love situation. Now this could be like a player type person. We have this Tall Tale card with the Knight of Wands. So some of you, this could be the fact that you have dealt with someone who withdrew their energy or just didn't invest in the relationship with the Four of Cups, someone who thought the grass was greener on the other side. And I feel like this led to a disappointment or sleepless nights, Nine of Swords. It's like you have a choice here, Cancer. It's like you can go this way and keep, stay stuck on this person basically, or go this way and invest in new love, which is probably like a better option for you. In a lot of ways, I do, again, to me, you have control over your own life. To me, you have free will. So, to me, tarot shouldn't say you have to do this or you have to do that. So again, you have free will, but what I would say here is that I feel a lot of you are choosing to move forward. This is actually a very good reading because it's like you're moving towards the Two of Wands, which is kind of like your, outcome energy. So I definitely like that for you here, Cancer. It's like you're kind of empowering yourself here with this reading. Next, you have the Tall Tale card. Again, I do feel like you could have been dealing with a player, a liar, cheater, stealer type of person. And sorry about that, Cancer. So I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like you have been dealing with someone who is like a liar, cheater, stealer with this Tall Tale card. For others, I feel like this is like a little bit different. I feel like you almost feel or have felt in the recent past that you have to fit a certain mold. Like maybe you feel there is a story that about you that makes you who you are. I feel like this story has been controlling you. In a lot of ways, I feel this reading is saying that you are breaking free from an old story or from something that you used to believe about yourself. It's like you're realizing that whatever the story is doesn't have to be your story. Maybe your story is that you always attract players or, in and out energy. And now I feel like you're saying, wait a minute, I just don't even have to invest in these types of relationships anymore. You have the Knight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Like I said, I love 2 6s. 2 6s to me says you're on the right path. You're going in the right direction at this time, Cancer. But I also feel this is you saying, I'm no longer going to invest in people who don't give me everything up front. This is why I say this, Cancer. This guy right here, he has something in his pocket, and this guy is choosing to give to this person over here. It's almost like, I feel people, maybe you feel like people always have something in their back pocket, or maybe you feel like you get into these relationships with people who kind of have like ulterior motives, people who have certain expectations. And it's almost like covert contracts is what I believe it's called. It's like you could be getting into relationships where it's like you're entering into like a contract with that person, but it's like you don't even know what it is. So I feel that it's almost like people put their expectations on you, and I feel like you're no longer investing in those relationships. You have these Seven of Cups and these Six of Swords. I just got the word more picky on this card. So again, I feel like you could be becoming more picky. And again, I feel like this is a good thing. It's like you're really examining, like he's really looking at this. This is a card of imagination, the Seven of Cups, but he's like looking at all those cups. He's like saying, you know, what do I want? Which thing do I want to pick? And the Six of Swords is you kind of like moving forward, moving on. And I really like that. I also, what I do like is that you have the Hermit here, and especially in this bottom row, Hermit, Six of Swords, Seven of Cups with that Two of Wands. To me, this is a very strong, you know, forward momentum type of energy, because it's like saying you have learned with the Hermit energy. So definitely really good. You have the Unfinished Symphony card. For some of you, I feel like this could be like unfinished business with a person here. Again, if someone is coming back claiming unfinished business, I would be very careful. Four of Cups, Knight of Wands, Nine of Swords. Like, you know, it could upset you if you hear from a person from the past. So I would make sure to protect yourself with this Unfinished Symphony card. You have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Love it. I mean, the Nine of Swords is a temporary situation. The Ace of Pentacles is like a new path opening up for you, and I feel like you are going to pick the new path. I feel that you see something as dead, done, over with, finished, done, right? With this second wand back here. Well, technically this is the first wand. You know, this card represents something that stands on its own. This first wand back here, and he's reaching forward to a new wand. He's reaching forward to a new life, and he has a whole world in his hands because he's making a change. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you are choosing to move forward, move on from something from the past. Could be like a player energy. For some of you, this is a person. It could be a Virgo, a Leo, or any fire sign, really, that you were dealing with who was like this player in and out, someone who thought the grass was greener on the other side type of energy. And I feel that you are walking away from that. For others of you who that is not your story, I feel like you are walking away from the story with the tall tale. That tall tale card represents feeling like you are controlled by something, like a story, or the story that you tell about yourself. This Ace of Pentacles, I feel, is the universe saying like, hey, you know, that doesn't have to be true. So I feel like you need to watch your words for the rest of this month as well and kind of pay attention to that. But thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Let's clarify this. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Really appreciate all the likes and all the support. But Cancer, let's see what's coming up for you. You have the Five of Hearts here, which is a card of new love. You have the Gentleman, the Ace of Hearts, amazing. So it's definitely new love coming in for you. And the Knight of Hearts, definitely new love. Knight of Hearts is like a knight in shining armor coming in for you here. So I do feel like there could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you. There's definitely jealousy here. Five of Hearts, I'm using the maybe Lenormand, and it has some cards in it that are not Lenormand cards. The Five of Hearts is just a playing card. And in the playing card reading system, to me, that card can represent jealousy. So I do feel like for some of you, it's like you're dealing with a person who is either jealous of you, or, you know, this person is jealous maybe because you have moved on to someone new. It's like your true love coming in. You have right next to the sun, a lot of happiness. The Nine of Hearts, the Rider, it's like a knight in shining armor, someone who sweeps you off your feet. So definitely could be good love. This can also just be good news coming in for you here, Cancer. Middle row, you have the Seven of Clubs here, the Seven of Diamonds, and the Seven of Spades. How crazy is that? 777. I feel like 777 could be a very important number for you here, Cancer, so definitely something to pay attention to. The Seven of Clubs is like called the mice and represents very slow movement forward. Seven of Diamonds, called the birds, can represent trusting your intuition. And the Seven of Spades is a card of messages. Definitely a ton of messages coming in for you. I would pay attention to your intuition this month. Seven of Spades is called the letter, and you have this Nine of Hearts, the Rider. So a lot of this like communication energy, or you could be receiving a lot of communication from people in your life with this bottom row. And I would trust your intuition. I mean, you could be receiving messages in your dreams and your daydreams with this birds card here. So definitely very interesting. I almost feel like this person wasted your time. You know, if you're having a hard time getting over a person, I do feel like some of you could have like an attachment to a person. Or you could feel very attached to a person. Like, I feel like you know this person wasted your time. That's the thing. So I would, be very careful of that situation. Seven of Clubs is something that moves forward very, very slowly. And I almost get this like hot and cold energy here where it's like maybe someone was hot and cold. Maybe you wouldn't even consider it hot and cold. Maybe it was more like they would text you and be all lovey-lovey, and then they would just kind of like disappear, and then they would come back. And I feel like there's just like no progress there. It's almost like they kept you on the hook or kept you on the line, whatever you want to call it. And I feel for some of you that this is you kind of like deciding to move away from that energy for sure. I would trust your intuition as well. Really good energy for money here, by the way. So I feel there could be like an increase in your finances coming in for you. You have the Eight of Spades here called the Garden. Some of you could just be deciding to take a break. You have the King of Clubs here, card of confusion, and you have the Eight of Clubs, the Mountain. Yeah, to me, this is like the type of energy where it could say, like, yes, it's going to probably be a lot of work for you to move forward with this Eight of Clubs, the Mountain card. And maybe, yes, it is going to be a lot of work to get into a new relationship, but I feel like it's a lot better than staying stuck in this relationship. I feel like a lot of us do this. I'm not picking on you by saying this, Cancer, but like I feel like sometimes we stay in relationships just because we don't want to go find another one, And I feel like this is saying, don't do that. Plain and simple. I feel like it would be good for you to like get out there and maybe meet someone new. I feel like there's new love. Now this could also just be a new journey that you're starting. I want to get more clarity on this. You have the Two of Pentacles, definitely a choice to make here. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you could be choosing to be single. And you have the Queen of Swords here. Yeah, it's like you need to open up to the future here, Cancer. The Two of Pentacles also says like there could be something that's more fun. Like this doesn't look fun to me. You have the Sun here, but for the most part, this half of the reading, or a majority of the reading here, looks like you could be kind of with a person, or you were with a person who just isn't fun in the first place. I feel like this is like having a choice to have more fun. Two of Pentacles is a card that says you need to have fun. You need to do something that you love, that you enjoy to do, and all that other stuff. Yeah, I feel like someone made you feel orphaned, Here, it's like someone really left you out in the cold. I almost feel like you were dealing with a person who had very strong attachment issues. Maybe they were literally an orphan, and maybe that person was, and maybe that's why they have attachment issues, or maybe they had, like, I'm getting all those stories popping into my head. Like, you could have been dealing with a person who grew up in a very bad household or something, and I feel like they just don't know how to attach to a person. I feel like saying also, like, be careful of trying to fix someone is what I feel like saying. Because it just never works, right, Cancer? So I want to clarify this last row, and then we will wrap this up. You have the King of Spades. Yeah, it's like you have a choice between a past person or someone who's very mature, hardworking, very stable, someone who can provide a lot of clarity as well. And you have the Four of Hearts, true love, coming in for you. So I feel like the true love is available to you. And the Four of Spades, recovery. I feel like some of you need to take time to recover with this energy. All in all, not a bad reading. I mean, Sun, Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, middle row. Really good for getting a lot of attention at work or being successful in your finances. So I do feel like there could be like financial increases coming in for you here, Cancer, or a lot of abundance. I like to see that. I also like this row here. It's kind of like saying you have the Four of Cups, let's put it this way, Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands. It's like investing in something new with that Four of Cups, or trying something new, will lead to Two of Wands, the world opening up to you, or kind of like finding success or going on a journey. Again, he has to leave a comfort zone. There's this village down here on the card here, Cancer, and it says like he has to leave some place where he has been comfortable. He has to take the road less traveled. The Mountain here in the Lenormand is kind of like a card of going on a journey that you've never been on before. It is a card of the road less traveled. It is a card that says, yeah, maybe you'll be climbing a mountain, but where do you get the best views, Cancer? You get the best views at the top of a mountain. So I feel for some of you, it's like, yeah, you're going on this new path. Look at this. I just said this to someone else. There are mountains between this archway here on the Ace of Pentacles, and it kind of says like, if you accept this journey, if you accept this path, it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to climb some mountains, but there's gonna be success at the end of the road. So I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you here, Cancer. I really like this, actually, and I do feel like most of you are probably walking away from a controlling situation. Again, the only other thing I would say is this card here, the Tall Tale card, it's like, this is like a marionette, and it's like he's being controlled. It's going to be impossible to see on this camera, but he's being controlled by something up here. It's like there are strings that are kind of controlling him, like a marionette, like a puppet. And I feel like this is saying, what's controlling you is the story that you tell about yourself. I feel like you need to start telling a new story. Like if you are struggling with money, I feel like you need to start telling a story about how good you are with money and about how successful you're going to be and all this other stuff. I literally feel that will change things. Same thing in love. If you are telling the story that you always attract a player, I feel like you just need to use different words and change your words with that energy. It's almost like an old story is controlling you here. Look at this card too. It's like this big whale is controlling this little whale here on this card. So I feel like your higher self really wants more for you, but I feel like you need to kind of use better words. I mean, I really feel like something's pushing you to go the distance here at Cancer, so I would like push it at this time. But I like it. So thank you for watching, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this month. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. But thank you, Cancer, and definitely enjoy the rest of your month.